Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy time zone, everyone. So excited to be here for our Saving Sarah Mutual Aid event. My name is JD Puppy, and I am going to be your host for a little bit this morning, and then I'll peek back in later on today as well. We've got a lot of amazing speedrunning coming up, but before I talk a little bit about that, I do want to let everyone know that we are here for our Saving Sarah event. If you're just tuning in and don't know what that is, Saving Sarah is a mutual aid event helping a friend of the community and volunteer extraordinaire, Doodleplex, to end her housing insecurity and to get her to a better financial place in life. If you're interested, type !donate in chat to help Sarah directly. And we've got a couple of really fun games that are coming up. We're going to be kicking off the day with Split Fiction. It is going to be a showcase of side stories by Blackheartwings and ProfessorBurtch. It is going to be an absolutely fun time. I'm told that I'm supposed to go into this blind, so blind it will be for me. And if it's blind for you too, let us know inside the chat as well. It is surely going to be hilarious. As you go in for potentially considering putting in donations, do know that we have some awesome incentives to be able to put your donations towards. One of them is a outfit bid war for Super Fancy Pants Adventure to be able to decide exactly what pants our protagonist will be wearing. And that's kind of important because that's kind of the whole point of the character too. Right now, On Fire is in the lead, but just a $5 donation can put full rainbow into the lead for that event. You just go ahead and put your donation toward that incentive, select full rainbow, and we could get some awesome pride showing up on screen. We also have some options with classic pants, which are a nice beige khaki-ish color, and On Flower as additional options that could use some additional love too. So if you'd like to see those variations, feel free to go ahead and do so. And we are just $24 away. That's right, $24 away from meeting our milestone incentive. So every single donation, whether it's for this bid war or otherwise, will count towards the Play as Sonic special costume for our Fez run that'll be coming up later this morning. That's right, folks, you want to get those donations in because we want to see so much fun costume action coming up this morning. All right, chat, we are indeed ready to kick off this Saturday of Saving Sarah. That's right, I see folks really excited inside the chat. We are going to kick off now with Split Fiction Side Story Showcase Co-op Run with Blackheartwings and ProfessorBurtch. Let's see it.
Good morning, everybody. I am Professor Burtch, and I am joined here today by the one and only lovely Blackheartwings.
Hello,
Gabby.
good morning. It is so early. Well, it's not early for me. It's much earlier for Burtch.
It is 7:09 a.m. for me right now. I'm doing great, gamers. Anyway, like JD mentioned, this is Split Fiction Side Story Showcase. We'll explain a little bit more as we sort of go through them all, but the side stories are optional, as you can kind of tell by the name, side stories. They are optional little mini levels within the larger main story levels of Split Fiction. There are 12 total side stories. Today, Gabby and I will be showing you 10 of those because 2 of them are just simply a little unfun to play on online latency, because if 7 a.m. my time didn't tell you already, I'm West Coast, Gabby's East Coast. So trying to do that with also coordinating calls on Discord is a little frustrating. So this has kind of been our adjustment to running this game online cooperatively. That being said, we've done this. JT, you've not watched any Split Fiction, right? You do not know this game whatsoever?
A single lick. No idea.
You're gonna have so much fun.
You're gonna have a great time. Anyway,
I am locked in.
And lock in, gamer. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this showcase on the road. Time will begin when we confirm both of our characters for the first level, Legend of Sandfish, in 3, 2, 1. Let's split our fiction.
Go.
Gabby, would you like to introduce what we're doing here, level wise?
Yeah. So basically, and if you read our subtitles here, because we love accessibility, you will catch in on some of the story here. So we're playing as Zoe and Mio. These are 2 authors who have been in. Oh, hello. There we go. Oh my God. I'm already. God.
I actually beat you to this point. This is
sure
rare.
did. 10 a.m. So Mio and Zoe, they're authors. They've been invited to Rager Publishing, which is a publishing house that touts like really high-end technology. Nothing happened. If you saw anything, no, you didn't. I'm a little early. That's okay.
What happened?
We're just going fast. I should still make it.
We're going so fast. Off you go. So we are basically inside the subconsciousness of Zoe and Mio. These side stories are kind of important to the main story. You don't get any main story spoilers by playing through these side stories. These are oh my gosh. No!
It should still give you that, and it did. Cool.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh.
You know what? I think that has happened before, so I can't actually say the
It
thing.
definitely has happened before, but it's unfortunate. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, that hasn't happened in a while.
So we're
yeah.
exploring story ideas from these 2 authors. Zoe writes sci-fi. No, Zoe writes fantasy. Mio writes sci-fi. And so these are like little story ideas that they have had throughout the course of their life, which due to plot reasons we are exploring at the moment. You should play this game, in my humble opinion.
The reason why these are side stories in particular is because they're unfinished ideas, and so essentially the reason why we're both kind of in each other's stories is because the whole deal with coming to Rager Publishing is that we got strapped into a machine that I lovingly call the Torment Nexus, which is essentially harvesting all the writer story ideas who have been invited to Rager Publishing on this day. But plot, story. Mio at the opening cutscene ends up falling into Zoe's pod, hence why everything's now glitching out and they're both in each other's minds, essentially. Both in each other's mind palaces, let's say.
And now we're riding sand sharks. You've seen Dune.
Yeah. This is like Dune, but if we were both girls.
JD, if you've got any messages, this is a great opportunity to do so.
Well, while we are splitting a fiction here, again, if you are just tuning in, we are here raising money for an amazing community member, Doodleplex, also known as Sarah. And if you want to know a little bit more about her, she is a valued member of the volunteering and speedrunning community, taking after her late father and her desire to help others. She loves photography, drawing, designing, and video games. And although she, in her own words, the only thing she speedruns is eating ice cream. Sarah, what's your favorite flavor? Say it in the chat. She loves her cats, Rosie and Rupee, who also need a good home, and her nephew, who she hopes to introduce to speedrunning someday. Let's help get Sarah back on track to doing what she loves by typing !donate in the chat.
So,
thank you, JD.
yeah, in that little time, we transitioned, we hit our last input on Sandfish and got right into our next level, which is Train Heist. Train Heist is going to be the first of the sci-fi levels we see today, and it pretty much says what we're going to be doing on the tin. We're here to stop a bomb train.
Target. This is like a train heist. A sci-fi train heist. Sure.
You know, if I just let the characters explain, they do a much better
It's
job.
really, honestly, it's great. Also, I just want to point out, the music in this level is so good.
Bangin'.
The music in all of the music in this game in general is fantastic. It's very cinematic. I feel like it's one of the highlights of this game.
Cinematic is like the best word to describe this game, because just some of the shots, and we'll even see in these side stories, so like what's technically side content still like blows.
This is completely optional stuff, by the way. You don't need to do this.
And just think, if this is the side content, imagine what main game looks like.
I so appreciated the line duo barrel roll or something.
Oh, hey.
So good. Yeah.
We really don't need to do that here because these trains move slow enough. And then I go high, Gabby goes low, and we just need to avoid these trains. And now, where are we dropping? So yeah, another thing with the sort of speed tech of split fiction in general, because you'll see us kind of do the dash tapping or getting 2 dashes. That's a specifically timed thing, because if we hit the dash button twice enough in quick enough succession, we go into a dodge roll instead and have to finish that animation out, which is a lot slower than just dashing itself. But outside of that, a lot of what we're doing is essentially just trying to get to the next button prompt or quick time event faster. So in this level in particular, that means just diving straight down when we were sort of diving down to link on to the train. Besides that,
yeah, the goal of this level is, ride the waves, don't get shot. This part in particular is really fun because it's a segmented version. You saw that we had our flying, and now we just finished the jet ski segment, and we're about to hit more platforming. This game is primarily a platformer, a 3D platformer. It's a lot of fun. But it incorporates a lot of gameplay and pulls inspiration from lots of other games in modern media. I feel like this is the feature of Haze-like games. These are the developers of It Takes Two, as Doodle has very kindly pointed out in chat. I've fallen off the train. This is fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Nothing bad ever happened to the lesbians. Also,
It's only the subconscious anyway.
exactly.
Nothing bad ever happens to the lesbians. Anyway, no, to that point, we'll see in a few of the later side stories that Haze-like gets really sort of creative with their side stories in this case, and it's their way of sort of playing, of like sneaking other genres entirely into their action adventure. Because anyway, here's Cuphead. Here's a bullet hell.
Yeah.
But we'll see even other sort of wild sort of transformations of the game, because this game is really just sort of a 3 or 4 button game anyway. And apparently you can do a lot about that just with some simple platforming mechanics and changing up what key bindings do, essentially.
Something I really love about this game is the accessibility features, which is something I know that is also very close to Doodle's heart. The accessibility in this game is so good. You will see later, oh, we're doing Space Invaders, amazing. We call this phase Space Invaders just because it's kind of what it feels like. If we both hang out in that top left corner, it's like the safest place on the entire map.
Yeah, the conductor literally cannot touch us.
So
if they only went like a little, like 2 pixels more, right?
Just a teeny bit.
Whoever programmed the conductor to not go in that corner, I love you and you have my eternal gratitude. It makes this fight so much easier because we immediately go into this next phase where the conductor becomes.
This is the DVD screen saves.
There's kind of a pattern. There's kind of a pattern to it, but at the same time, there really isn't. So it is inconsistent. Hence why it's sort of the desperation move of the conductor here, and that's the final hit. As soon as we get to the cutscene, there we go. We're going to go to our 3rd level, which is Mountain Hike. As you can see, we're not technically doing this in the order that you would get that because we are skipping 2 of Mio's levels. So we thought it would be nice at least putting together the set list for it to kind of alternate back and forth as best as we can, having 6 of Zoe's, 4 of Mio's.
So, the inspiration for this story came from my family's love of hiking.
You good there?
Have you ever been hiking?
Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm right behind you. Don't
Damn,
worry.
you really just let me get a head start this time.
Sure.
Oh my god, it hit the button.
Anyway, this is, just to introduce this level, Mountain Hike, this is, again, an incredibly cinematic level. This entire level is more or less an entire auto-scroller. Every little piece, like all of the giants here, the entire area is rendered in-game. We cannot skip any of the cutscenes, or anything of the sort. This is just button press through our little mountain hike. So, JD, if you've got anything you would like to say, now is a great time to do so.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I want to remind everyone that we've got a couple of important incentives to keep in mind. I know I mentioned the Super Fancy Pants Adventure Bid War, and if you put dollars towards that, you could decide exactly what kind of pants we're going to see on stream later on today. And every dollar that goes to that bid war also contributes to our Play as Sonic Fez milestone incentive. We are just $24 away from the $1,800 goal, and if it's met, we'll enable a special costume to turn Fez into Sonic. I mean, come on, gotta go fast. We are speedrunners after all. The minimum donation is just $1. So again, every little bit helps. Please go ahead and consider contributing, and I'll read out your donations right here on stream. We saw that Sarah had said that banana ice cream is her favorite ice cream. Really neat. I don't encounter that flavor very often. And then, of course, a popular one, backup of mint chip, though. Definitely super delicious. Maybe, chat, go ahead and pop your favorite ice cream flavors inside a donation, and I'd love to hear what it is that you enjoy consuming.
Also, chat, I've taken a couple deaths already. This is not unusual for me when I run Split Fiction. I will be donating $1 for every death I take. If you would like to match me, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, every non-intentional death.
Yeah, we do take a few intentional deaths. I've taken at least one or two.
Sandfish is...
I have to go back and count.
All of our deaths in Sandfish, except the ones on the actual, like, Sandfish ride, are intentional.
That was one heck of a trapeze act. How?
Yeah.
Why was that safe? None of that was safe.
This is all subconscious digital game space. We're in the metaverse. Oh, God, that, you know what? That felt a little disgusting to say.
No.
Bit sucks.
Don't say that. Bit sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the Torment Nexus. It's basically the same thing.
We are in the Torment Nexus. Something that I love about Split Fiction and like the main story is that this is truly a very
It's about how the big and strong guide the small and
sorry, Zoe's talking about her philosophies on life, and I think it's great. They have these two have an amazing banter, but Split Fiction itself, I want to say, is a very heavy-handed, but in the best way, criticism of generative AI, and how it damages creatives and the creative industry. You should play this game. You should play this game.
Yeah, like I said, the machines we're in are literally harvesting our story ideas to essentially, well, that's a new one for me. And that is mountain hike. Oh, we're going to this one now.
What do you mean this one? I forgot.
Collapsing their stars.
Collapsing star.
So mountain hike was very chill. We're going to go to very not chill right now. Because what is less chill than a collapsing star?
Oh my. That is the opposite of chill. It's very, very hot.
Yeah, we will see a sort of common theme amongst Mio and Zoe's levels is that Zoe's are typically a little chiller because they're sort of cozy fantasy, whereas Mio is very much set piece sci-fi.
It's very cool, honestly.
dying sun. You outdid yourself this time.
Right here, this level we will need to focus at times for audio cues, or I guess
Or the lack thereof.
whoa,
That was a really good save, honestly. You did really well. So something that you'll notice about Split Fiction, or about these two characters, they definitely have like a rivals to lovers kind of situation going on. They end up dating at the end. You can't change my mind. You can't change my mind. This too is Yuri.
They become co-authors.
It takes two
They do.
of their live stories.
Exactly.
Okay, played it safe on that one.
Very nice.
No veggies for the lab people today.
Oh, she's got jokes. Oh my gosh, hold on. Ooh.
How did
Ah. The risk I took was calculated. But man, I can be bad at math. So Zoe tends to lean towards a lot of like escapist fantasy. No, yes. Zoe is very escapist fantasy. Mio, meanwhile, is very much like she's trying to process a lot of her own emotions without realizing that she's trying to process her own emotions. And so the dichotomy between these two levels is definitely a lot more noticeable when you see them back to back. I have a little question for chat while we do this platforming. You can see that we've got like all of these big explosions going on. Chat, do you think that as we proceed through the level, the timing will get faster or slower? Let us know.
Yeah, any physicists in chat?
Me? Wait, now you have me thinking.
It's fine. Zoe, it's fine. Don't freak out, Zoe, it's fine.
Oh, we did this in one go with no deaths. Let's go. Okay, anyway.
Beautiful!
This next section is going to be a similar premise, but I'm going to try to YOLO it one cycle.
No!
Okay, one cycle is fine, but unfortunately it does put Gabby all the way back there.
God. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
This has never happened before, I am loath to say. This is the way that we're supposed to play this level, is you like pass through and you hide past these like...
You wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the main sort of gimmick of this level, is that we just have to find things to hide behind so that we don't get obliterated in the solar flares.
No origin to this unstable spectrum. Nothing inside that wants to break free. I consider myself pretty
Girl.
stable.
Like a dying sun.
Okay, that is an uncalled for stray.
All right.
Oh, that went
This
too
section
early.
here. This section here can be a little tough. While we're going through the cylinders, JD, if you have anything you would like to say, go for it. But once we start hitting some buttons, we're gonna need some serious time.
Of course, serious time, ahoy for sure. I do want to remind everyone, of course, that with regards to the support that we're trying to provide around housing insecurity and just kind of financial stability overall in general, barriers to secure housing are even greater for women and people in controlling domestic situations like Sarah. According to Lotus House, 63% of all people working minimum wage in America were women, and women earn less than men in all fields. And a large contributing problem to women's housing insecurity are domestic relationships, with 57% of unhoused women reporting that domestic violence was the direct reason for their hardship. These risk factors make it even more important to support women facing housing hardship in their lives, and is a large part of why we're supporting Sarah today. So please consider !donate in chat.
I thought you had that top one.
Ugh.
Sorry, that was on me. Thank you, JD. Okay. It's serious time for realsies now.
we need to lock the heck in. Because puzzle platforming. Whereas before we just had to essentially do a button press to get our shields up, we now have to do this entire platforming section to basically do the same exact thing. And I missed. We're both dead. Okay.
Ugh, okay.
Nope.
This last one.
While you're recovering,
We weren't gonna make that.
Ow.
Okay, wait for this next one.
while you're recovering back past that, I do want to share that we got a $25 donation from Kingfisher Games. That puts us up and over that $1,800 milestone incentive, so we will be seeing Sonic running Fez, or at least the costume of Sonic inside the game. Kingfisher sends a comment saying, "Rocky Road is goated." Ooh, very delicious. And yay, Gabby! My favorite side story is probably Slopes of War. Let's go, SSX Tricky. I swear, the side stories in this game were an excuse to make a bunch of one-level sequels to long-dead, highly beloved franchises.
Okay, we do need quiet. You. Go. Jump.
And go. Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Yeah!
Slight volume warning here. A star is base about to go supernova.
Collapsing.
Did we fix it? Yep.
We did it, Patrick.
We saved the city!
Okay, that's enough of that.
Also, Kingfisher, thank you so much. Kingfisher is a member of my community, and it's always great to see friends come in and supporting other friends. Thank you so much. Ooh, all right, little breather. That, gosh, collapsing star is very, very intense.
But now, like I said before, we're going chill. We're just gonna be on a farm, Skip.
Well, this was certainly unexpected.
Sorry, I was taking a sip of water.
No water. Only run.
Hey, listen.
That was in no time. What?
Yep. So we're magical pigs.
Magical rainbow.
This is one of Zoe's early childhood stories. Just like what if pigs had magical powers?
Find them. Ooh, found an apple.
It's very cute.
Found an apple.
Like,
I will say for this level,
Sack is
I blinked a bit when I saw the spring, but the fart fly
yeah.
just said.
I will say it is a little. My tech is going to be very straightforward. Gabby at least still has her dash in this instance. I don't. I just have the springs, so a lot of my skips in this level are all going to be me breaking geometry with them in one way, shape, or form, whereas Gabby at least has some movement. I just have to literally hold forward to... I hold forward and I spring up on geometry I probably shouldn't.
This might actually be the first idea for a story I ever wrote down as a kid.
So you're a country gal?
Yeah, from head to toe. Or, I mean, from snout to hoof.
So in this section, there's technically 2 puzzles to get our apples that we're supposed to do together in some sense, but by just getting up on this little rock here, I can essentially do mine on my own. So while I'm doing that, Gabby's going to try to be attempting a skip of her own. For hers,
It's a small skip with some geometry and platforming. It's not working
mainly
out
off the
super
dash,
well.
but at least I can do mine quick enough that if we need to do hers intended, that's fine. Oh, hey, look, barbecue.
Yeah, I think, we'll just
yeah.
do this intended. We'll just do this intended, it's okay.
Here's one.
But yeah, this is one of the main levels where we don't really work together outside of that one little instance.
Fancy some apples, good sir.
I call this pumpkin skip because I literally hop up on the pumpkin and do the skip.
Nice.
This is not official terminology. This is, we just say these things.
It took me forever to realize I can walk up on top of these as well. I was just cutting the corner normally. I still cannot get that cycle as quickly as Gabby because I don't have a dash. Hazelight, where's my dash?
Hazelight, give us our dash back.
Hazelight, this is my side story. Why am I the one with limited movement?
Broccoli rule.
I will say, this is...
Growing vegetables.
my opinion of this side story is a little lower than others simply for that fact. Just because I do think the movement in this game otherwise, especially when like we do play around with some of the other mechanics, is so fun. But I just find the spring being so one note. Speaking of platforming, we don't have to jump over those because they really do nothing besides putting our speed. Look, a picnic! Hey, chat.
Oh my god.
I know summer's over, but we can still grill.
Well, no backing down now. Let's grill
Oh
ourselves.
my goodness.
Yeah, so I will say, Hazelight's kind of known for having sections in their game that make you go, hey,
Are you okay?
Jose, what? And when we both played through this level casually, that was basically it. Because we don't need to know what happens next.
Nothing bad ever happens.
To the weenies.
The hot dogs. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, we are on.
I was kind of hoping that the fart fly was still potentially active with the hot dog. Not gonna
That would
lie.
have been really fun.
So, because of the nature of having 6 Zoe levels, 4 Mio levels, we're going into another Zoe one real quick. And this is Notebook. This is going to be the most sort of auto-scrollery of the entire set because a lot of this writing sort of animation you see, once again, like the giants, is rendered in engine, and we literally cannot move forward in the level until it happens. Like this.
All of a sudden, a call to adventure. Oh no! I have terrible news! Our prince has been captured!
There's like lots of voiceover. So if anything comes up, JD, this is a great time to read anything.
Enemies!
Well, I once again want to celebrate that we did indeed cross that $1,800 milestone, which does mean that we are going to see T. Hurst run with a Sonic costume in Fez coming up right after this run. That $25 donation was put towards the Super Fancy Pants Adventure bid war for the On Fire Super Fancy Pants, which will help us blaze through those levels, I'm sure. But if you fancy a different kind of attire, feel free to go ahead and put in a donation to help close the gap on this bid war with either a full rainbow pants to show off pride, classic if you are a hardcore classic gamer purist, or on flower who would want to go and see some floral arrangements on screen during that Super Fancy Pants Adventure run.
Got it. Yeah, during that entire section, the speed tech there is all just sort of making sure we're lined up for certain bow shots or attacks. And now in this next section, Gabby, take it away.
What if instead there was a noble steed?
Oh boy, okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, prepare yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, brilliant.
Yeah, okay. So this is the section that I have a lot of thoughts and emotions about, because this is not the first time that Mio specifically is transformed into an animal. This happens a lot in the main game as well.
Horses can't climb.
And Zoe is also notably like a person of color, and I am begging. I am begging and pleading for game developers and people in popular media, because this is a common trope in popular media in that people of color are just like unable to exist as themselves. They are often like anthropomorphized and transformed into animals. This is present in things like The Princess and the Frog.
Watch out!
And other things in popular media. I am begging and imploring as a writer, as somebody who engages in creative media very often. Please let people of color exist as people of color. We deserve the representation.
Surely the goats of the mountain will lend a hoof.
Thankfully, this is not the case here, but you know, I feel like people of color deserve to see themselves in the media that they consume. Anyways.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Gotta go fast.
Speaking of Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm so glad that we made that instant.
Yeah, it was quite perfect timing there.
But yes, it was really good timing. But Gabby, here on that for sure. So thank you so much for sharing your voice on that, and completely support you in that. Absolutely.
Anyway, speaking of sort of taking inspiration from other games, this is just Celeste.
Yep.
We're in a mountain, we're platforming. This really is just
There's
Celeste.
spikes.
There are hazards.
There's an evil self.
Everything goes dark. Darkness.
Ooh, very scary.
Ooh.
I'm not allowed to exist yet.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's it too. Where it's also just it really. And so when we say
Filled with bats.
Zoe writes escapist fiction,
Our heroes
like
may need
this level, I
both
think,
after all.
sort of highlights that the most.
What is that?
I like how the bats dying went lark.
Yeah.
It's like the death automatopoeia.
Prince is tied up.
How else would we have known the bats died?
Has captured the
Anyway,
prince.
this is now a choose your own adventure story, and we're crab.
Or a duck.
We're doing crab.
We get
Shoutouts.
Wait, duck?
you'll see the duck. We do crab first because crab. So each of these bosses technically has like 2 phases technically, but you'll see in a second because we do get to pick 2 of these, hence the boss having 2 phases, that we really only need to get the health bar of this one to about like half before it decides to do it, because the second phase of Crab is firing rocks at us like that, and it gets very annoying, and one of us has to tank, which does reduce our DPS a lot of time, whereas at least Duck,
I think we can let this one speak for itself.
yeah.
The big duck appears.
Anyway, shoutouts to Quacksilver.
Quack, quack, quack.
Oh my god, I love this.
For those curious, the demon just kind of flies also, and like throws
Glorious.
tridents at us, which is a little annoying at times because it does get a little bit more bullet helly than
Knew I'd count on you.
the duck or the crab. But with that, we just have one more little platforming section, and that is Notebook.
So cool.
Yeah, I think when we first got to this level 2 and saw the rendering is like in this hand-drawn style, I was just like, okay, this rips.
Genuinely, it's
I love
such a
how the
glitch.
guy's just chilling.
He's just like,
Yeah,
out.
strong.
Right? Even during forward rolls and diving into water, right?
And now that we've done our last input and we're riding off to the sunset, we're going to the first of what I like to call our competition levels. So there's 2 side stories
These are fun.
that essentially sort of give the co-op players a chance to compete against each other and not and in the previous donation, Slopes of
It's
War was
less-
mentioned.
Just gotta
yeah.
blow off steam.
Anyway, this is
Yeah.
SS Tricky.
You at the finish line? Not if I see you first.
Nice. And speaking of competitions, I do want to share that a new bid war has indeed opened for Nubby's Number Factory for the Pick a Tony bid war. Now, we all know that Tony is a fantastic supervisor, but which Tony is the best Tony? And you could choose which one will work under the Number Factory by donating to the bid war. We've got Glass Tony, Tony Jr., and Baloney Tony? Okay, I am so confused. Well, we'll see what happens.
I have still not played Nubby's Number Factory.
Me neither. I don't know anything about Nubbies. I'm hosting for Nubbies, so this will be fun.
It's gonna be a good time. I've seen it, but I cannot say that I know anything about it, even having seen it.
Honestly, that's real.
All I know is that it's just like Pachinko Balatro,
Correct.
which is a phrase that like I never thought I'd ever say. Wait, how'd you get a?
Secrets.
Oh my god, no! Let me have this! You're gonna have
Okay.
kites! Yeah, if my reaction doesn't say much, it's because I'm typically the one who leads or wins this one.
Genuinely, it's incredibly surprising that I'm in the lead because I never win this one. This just means that you're gonna beat me in kites, clearly.
No, I never beat you in kites! You have kites tech that I just can never pull off! Anyway, I can take my hands entirely off control at this point because the balance mechanic is off. But anyway, we're coming up to top 10 images that make you go, heck yeah. This,
Heck
this
yeah!
Yeah.
Okay, this is like peak time for you to catch up because we're about to hit like the section of the oh my god, the section of the game where the hazards become incredibly hazardous. Who would have thought? And I take a lot of deaths in this section, especially if I'm not paying attention. it's really like this set piece in particular is very interesting to me because it's like, yeah, we're doing some snowboarding, we're doing some kickflips, but like there are bombs going off. I'm pretty sure there are war crimes happening.
Yeah, it's like if
But
it's like if we put a
we don't have any
snowboarding
of that
minigame in
context.
Halo.
Oh god. Oh, there I go. Ooh.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, I already did catch up before that death, so
Oh. Yeah, this is where I start taking a bunch of deaths because this is rough. Especially this bit here with all the tanks.
it's almost like this is the end of the level.
Ooh. Oh my god! I've never made that jump
You made
before!
Eyes on the prize! What a great night!
And one more. That should do it.
I know what you're doing.
nice.
It's not about winning, it's about sending a message. Anyway, kites.
Kites is the second of our 2 competition levels. As stated earlier, Slopes of War was Mio's, and so Kites is Zoe's.
You can't
Yeah.
So this is definitely a little bit more fantasy oriented.
Yeah, most of the side stories all do kind of have their sort of pairing in some way. Farm Life and Collapsing Star are the 2 levels where we die at the end.
Hello?
Oh my god, wait. Please?
No, this is
Please?
your chance, and I hate it here, actually.
Please?
No, please, I always win Kites, come
Please?
on! I shouldn't have let you win Slopes of War. God dang it.
If my R1 button would hit on time, please? Also for context, I absolutely despise this level upon first playthrough because
It was so
the
bad.
mechanic here is that when we're in these flying sections, we have to, the little paper dolls that are following around us, that's basically our like flight meter in some sense. The longer they stay, the more we know how,
Caught up, hello.
the more we know we have time to fly. Jesus Christ. God, I don't know what you do on this one still.
This is how I make my great comeback.
No, you
100%.
You aim for the
Go,
stream.
go, go.
No, but that's not fair. That's not. Okay, I am also of the mind that this is, even though this is a Zoe level, I think they do set it up where Zoe is at a disadvantage because technically that very first part, every single time we do it, it always feels like the initial like on the market set go. Always feels like Zoe's is just a little bit longer than Mio's to the first input. This is not cope by any means. Genuinely, I think if we watch the footage back, there is a little bit of a difference. Anyway, we are on to our Space Escape. Space Escape. Do not look at Birthday Cake. Space Escape. I can menu correctly.
We don't play Birthday Cake.
Yeah, Birthday Cake is
that is one of the 2 that we don't play.
Birthday Cake is essentially, without getting too much into it, a very long platforming section that is basically Fall Guys into a really annoying and unfair boss fight.
It's
like
it's rough.
It's like the only, and I dashed a little too early there.
Arthur, we need to reach the escape shuttle now.
Oh gosh, wait, no. I was too ambitious with that
Yeah,
jump. Pivot.
I followed your lead and I was like, oh wait, that's a little too spicy.
The platforming here is really interesting because we are essentially functioning in like 0 gravity.
Yeah, so instead of a double jump, it's just our jump carries a lot higher, and then our dash But our dash essentially cuts off any upward momentum that we have. So.
Oh.
The platforming here gets really interesting. And then we get into... Well, we'll get there when we get there, but... Oh, no. Oh, please. Oh, okay.
I was following your lead. This is one of the first times... Oh, I grabbed that ledge barely.
I have... Like, this is one of the first times I've gotten here first.
We got here more or less the same time. Don't... Skip this.
Take this away from Gabby. Gabby got there first.
Okay. We're gonna exit the space station, and I do want us to take a moment to really appreciate the scenery of this level because it's beautiful.
When we say this game is cinematic, this is what we mean.
Heavens, that's quite a view. Even better than I imagined.
No! Don't leave without us!
I love that reveal so much. It's so good.
And something I just noticed with the Mio line there, where it's like we have to keep in mind that everything that we're experiencing was essentially an unfinished, like a draft of a story idea. So when Mio says like this is better than what I imagined, this is what the machine has created off like as a virtual experience based on Mio's story. And I forgot to skip. And now we're in Gravity, starring Sandra Bullock.
This section is a very
Burtch,
momentous...
I was just thinking...
Go ahead, JD.
Go ahead.
Please go ahead.
I was going to say, I was just thinking that when that line came through, I'm like, but this was sourced from the imagination. But you're absolutely right. Just an interesting commentary on that.
Yeah, because this is the plagiarism machine anyway. But the whole concept of what Rader's doing here is that he made the machine, and like the whole pitch in bringing them there was that in all the authors here, because there's other authors in other sort of
machines. They're in other pods.
They're in other pods of the machine. Is that it was more so, hey, here's like a publishing deal if you help us test out this thing that is supposed to sort of simulate the experience of your story in a almost like VR reality sense, or like
kind of situation. Yeah,
kind of situation, or like an augmented reality type deal. But of course, like with all VR and all fiction, that wasn't the real point. This is all, once again, harvesting creative ideas. Because even Raider in his own words is like, I want to own creativity.
That is verbatim, by the way. Actual line in the game.
Even his shareholders are like, hey dude, shut the machine down. And he's like, no, I don't want to.
You should play this game. This level, genuinely playing it for the first time, one of the most like anxiety inducing levels because of the way that this level is designed. It's very tense, it's very intense because of the breathing, the lack of gravity, but it has become like one of our favorite levels.
The sound design and the set pieces of it all is like really goes above and beyond in selling the experience of being sort of adrift in space. With that, we're almost done here because we're moving on to our final level, which we go from what was at first our least favorite to our to one of our favorites. This last one has just been a sort of all-time favorite of ours from the jump.
From the get-go. I need us to load in so we can share the joy. It's very good.
But yeah, we're truly ending off on a much chiller note than Space Escape. This is Moon Market.
So this is a very old idea of mine.
Should I be worried?
Nope, and I can't wait to show you.
Once again, just like the Giants, this entire boat sequence is once again run on an engine, and there is no skip to this. there technically is an out of bounds skip for it. We're doing inbounds for all of our levels today. That is breaking some geometry just after this scene.
The moon market.
But even in out of the any percent out of bounds or inbounds, they all go through this. So this level is still like a minute minimum just because of this.
Here to rescue magical
If you look at SRC boards. But there's also cats.
Doodle loves cats. Doodle's got 2 cats. We're rescuing cats. It's honestly great.
So this little section introduces us to the concept of the level, which is finding these cat spirits to unlock the gate. Skip. And each of the cat spirits have gone off to the wind, and we have to complete different little mini games to find them. First up is Baba Yaga, which you'll see why we call it that in a second. Or as JPEG lovingly referred to it as Barbara Yaga. Gotta bring that one back.
We really do. We love Barbara Yaga.
Okay, and we're going to wait until a prompt actually is on our screen. There we go.
It didn't show up. Listen, I usually jump and the prompt appears. There we go.
So this is also a very the best way we can highlight us playing online is that sometimes due to the nature of online latency or what have you, sometimes prompts just don't appear when they should
don't show up.
or sometimes inputs get eaten in sort of like refresh ticks. So if you thought just missing that one prompt there is bad, the other level that we didn't talk about that we skipped is Game Show, which is essentially a life or death game show. It says so right on the tin, where we have to toss a bomb back and forth to each other. But not only do we have to throw the bomb, we have to time catching it with the same L1 and L2 presses. So if you can imagine just a couple dropped inputs here and there in just this level with those witches, imagine trying to do that for an entire level while also trying not to explode.
You've heard of keep talking and nobody explodes. It's like that, but also if you throw hot potato into the mix.
Yeah, there is an achievement in game called Cold Potato that if you manage to complete that mini game without dropping the bomb, without blowing up once, you get it.
I know, right?
There's a lot of little fun Easter eggs like that. Just like this one right here. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
There you are, little spirit. Sweet dreams.
Oof.
All right, we now just have one more game really quick
All right, let's get back to the gate.
before we are essentially done with the showcase. I'm gonna take a hard right. Yeah, a lot of this level is just kind of pathing between the three. We do this one last because it's the closest to the gate.
Hey, don't run away.
Goodbye, little kitty.
We'll see you in a second. Anyway, now we're grittying to plant flowers.
I hate it when you say that. Is it wrong?
Tell me I'm wrong.
However, I can't. I really, really can't.
We're grittying, Zoe's scatting. This is just like
She's singing a little
this is just
song.
the
It's
level
great.
of all time.
It's vibes. It's vibes and flowers and silly little hats and
Which
cats.
is
And it's
why we end on this
wonderful.
one.
Is that all
Yeah,
of
we
it?
just use the pattern to unlock the door.
Yeah, that came out kind of pretty.
Aw, let's get you out of there.
I got turned around for a second. Don't mind me. No, 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 no. Okay, that I'd appreciate if it just.
Oh my gosh. I got it. Okay.
Yeah,
We're good.
I went for
We're
a
good.
little greer of of a bubble jump. Don't mind me. You have all the cats anyway. You could have just gone. How this typically works is that the first love.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, how this typically goes is that whoever's essentially the first to the cat has to do the thing to make sure the cat's pick upable. So me typically beating Gabby to things means Gabby's the one who picks up cats. And we just got the 3 for there. And oh, that is time.
That is time.
And
yay! Congratulations,
sort of,
you two.
Hi, T-Tree.
Hi, also this is T-Tree. Yeah, we had some internet-y problems, so I'm here filling in and saying GG's.
But yeah, as we sort of chill in the fort here, let's wrap it up. Gabby, you got any? You're gonna be on host in like a little bit.
Very, very soon. I'm gonna be hosting.
Or maybe even now.
Yeah, like if need be, I can hop in on host.
Take your time. We'll all just take turns passing the talking stick around.
Exactly. Oh, we've devolved into hysterics. It's too early for
Anyway,
you can catch me later today. You can also catch me hosting tomorrow. I will be hosting tomorrow as well for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I believe. But other than that, if you want to catch me here on Twitch, you can find me on twitch.tv/blackheartwings. I've been doing a lot of casual gameplay lately. I've been playing through Dragon Age the Veilguard. I've also been playing a lot of Hades 2. We have a good time there. I have a few speedruns.
Speaking of extremely good and queer games, Hades 2.
So true.
that too is your
bisexual stay winning for bisexual stay winning for Hades 2. Another thing is I'm also often seen as a volunteer in these events. That is how I met Doodle. Doodle and I were chat mods together, and we've been chat mods for a very long time, and so it's always such a pleasure to participate in these mutual aid events, especially for Doodle, as somebody who has also experienced housing insecurity due to a messy relationship. This is very near and dear to my heart, and so I'm so appreciative of everybody who is coming together and supporting Doodle. Doodle, we love you so much, and we're so happy to be here for you. So yeah, keep donating and supporting and hanging out in chat and watching ads, because Twitch revenue also helps. If you have a Prime subscription, this is a great place to use it. And yeah, so that's me.
And I have been Professor Burtch. You can find me on most places on the internet at ProfessorBurtch. And if you can't find me on anything at it, I'm not on there. But yeah, catch me doing some other silly speedruns, not at this event, but elsewhere. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Excellent. GG's. Birch, Blackheartwings, thank you so much for an absolutely thrilling and entertaining run of Split Fiction side quest. Thank you so, so much. All good, all good. All right, everyone. Well, once again, that was Split Fiction by Blackheartwings and Professor Burtch, and we met that $1,800 incentive for being able to see that Sonic costume for this upcoming run with Fez. While we're getting that set up, I do just want to remind everyone that every single donation helps. As Gabby had mentioned, bits and Twitch subscriptions absolutely help here within the channel as well. Maybe we could get a little hype train going on. I mean, that is a thing that Twitch encourages us to do, right? All in support of our wonderful friend Doodleplex. Many of us know her as Sarah, and she is such a valued member of the speedrunning community, and she helps out whenever she can. So now we are here to help her. Type !donate in chats to donate to Sarah, and !schedule to see all of the amazing runs that we've got coming up. And if you can't make a contribution at this time, that's okay. Your support and your signal boosting can go a long way too. Please encourage your friends and your communities to tune in, because we have so much fun speedrunning all weekend long.